2020. Wow, you really didn't hold anything back, did you? We've almost had World War III, we saw mass flooding across the UK, and now we're under threat from Corona. No, the virus, that's the one. So, as you sit at home, isolating yourself in your bunker made entirely of double-ply toilet paper, your mind starts to wander onto the fact that it might be pretty fun to be the one in control of a deadly virus. I'm not here to judge, just enable.
Smoker!
In a similar manner to placing the needle into the hands of a waiting addict, I'm here to provide you freeloaders with the links to some free virus games. We're going to be kicking things off with the exact game you'd expect. For those of you who don't already know, Plague Inc. is a game where you create, spread, and mutate a deadly virus, with the aim of wiping out all of humanity from the comfort of your mobile phone. You also unlock new types of viruses and infections every time you clear the game. This game gives you a fairly realistic example of how pathogens can develop and spread, and I think it's best described as morbidly interesting. It can occasionally hit a bit too close to home, especially since the tutorial starts out with you infecting China before spreading a virus to wipe out the rest of the planet. Since this game was made in 2012, that's a bit of a creepy prediction, so let's hope they don't get anything else right. The base game is available in its entirety for free, but there are a few drawbacks with the mobile version, namely that you need to pay £1 to unlock fast forwarding, which is a pretty scummy move on the devs' part, as I honestly feel this is a pretty crucial feature to enjoy in the game. Imagine playing The Sims without fast forward, it's kinda not worth it. But that's not all, because they also have an extra £8 option which unlocks a few expansion packs allowing you to infect the world with things like, I don't know, zombies? Probably zombies, right? I can definitely say that spending a single pound coin is worth it to enjoy this game, but if you're someone who enjoys it enough to buy the expansion packs, I would urge you to pick it up on Steam instead for £12 and get the Evolved Edition. With all that out of the way, this is as legit as a virus game will probably ever get, and developers Endemic Creations aren't done there. They also have another app game called Bio Inc., where you can murder one single person with viruses in great detail. Not really sure who the audience is for this one, but for the more morbid amongst you out there, give these two a try. I think that might have been a pretty heavy way to open up the video. So let's lighten the mood a little bit with a virus dating sim. You heard me correctly. You Me Virus is a game where our little influencer, see what they did there? Is hitting up Instagerm, and with flu season nearly out, they need to get their likes up, so you go around town looking for people to infect. Not a lot to say on this one really, it's about 10 minutes long, it's pretty linear, but this exists! Someone made this, and I think in these dark times people need to know that things like this exist. So just give it a download and send me your confused comments later, okay? It's fine. Next up is a freebie on Steam called The Itch, lovingly crafted by Dane Sherman and given away for free on Steam. The Itch is your classic one-man band 2D indie platformer. You and the other villagers of Prue Riri are infected with a virus. So like any good protagonist, you set out on a journey to find the cure, while attempting to keep your heart rate from rising too high or dropping too low, as this will cause the virus infecting you to damage you. But for a change, the virus in this game isn't all bad. It actually allows you to transfer some of your life force into vines and roots to unlock new paths. You can also use it to increase your heart rate faster than normal to run and jump further. It's a pretty fun, unique mechanic that the entire game is built around. The level design at times can get a bit messy, and I did actually manage to softlock myself more than once in my short playthrough. Despite this, the game manages to achieve a nice desolate atmosphere without carrying out the usual game trope of dropping you into a completely isolated world. It's a short fun game with quirky mechanics that can fill up an hour of your time, and honestly feels like it could be a demo for a bigger game in the future. And with that, things are about to get heavy again. One Chance is a very special game, and I don't say that lightly. This is a game that I played over a decade ago for the first time, and when I refound it while making this video, I instantly remembered everything about my former playthrough. You play as a scientist who on day 1 has discovered the cure to cancer. Unfortunately, on day 2, you find out that the cure is also a deadly pathogen that's going to kill off humanity in 6 days. Ouch. And the question the game asks is, how are you going to spend those 6 days? I don't want to delve much further into explaining this game, as I think it's something you should all really go away and play. This game has multiple options each day and features multiple endings, and it also features its own version of permadeath, years before it was cool. In this game, you genuinely have one chance to fix everything. And if you don't, I know what you're thinking, I'll just play the game again, right? I'll refresh the browser. Well, on my playthrough, I refreshed the browser and I was greeted with this screen. And that's how everything is going to stay. One Chance is a game you'll spend 10 minutes playing, 10 years thinking about, and 10 hours working out which cookie you can delete on your browser in order to play it again. If you love storytelling in games, I would almost urge you to pause this video, open the link, and give it a playthrough. Almost. I mean, I'd rather you did that after the video. I know it's been a lot of depressing pixel games, but let's finish things here on a nice high note. We've got Lightbearers, a game from Unreal Engine 4 by Fat Bomb Studios. Devs that genuinely have a pretty good sense of humor if you read through the menu. Lightbearers is a charming hide-and-seek game where you play as the titular Lightbears. These foul-mouthed bears run around trying to escape a shadow monster who's trying to infect them with a virus to turn them into shadow bears. And once infected, these bears decide to practice the opposite of social distancing and go hug all their friends, spreading the virus around. Players take turns playing as the Lightbears and the shadows. Lightbears win if they escape the level, shadows win if everyone's corrupted. Now, I played this game strictly for the video, but I've left it installed and I plan on playing it a fair bit afterwards because this is a genuinely fun, free co-op game. Fat Bomb Studios have gone with the model of keeping the game entirely free and having an £11 DLC pack which is purely just for unlocking cosmetic items for the bear. You do not need this pack, it does not influence gameplay at all. The game features a surprising number of maps, great graphics, a good sense of humor, fun shadows, and genuinely is just a good time for everyone involved. The drawback of this great game is that it has quite a low player base. When I first opened it up, I only actually saw 2 games available online, but I hit up a few of my friends and immediately random players started to join us until we had a pretty full game. I hate to say it, but unless a big YouTuber like Pewds or Markiplier turned their fan base onto it, I could see the game dying out pretty quickly. But if you guys download it and have fun, hopefully that won't be the case. So that's our list for this week. I hope you enjoy them. We'll have another list out next Friday and every Friday after on the channel. If you know of anything yourself that I haven't mentioned here that you think is fun, leave it in the comments section below for the good of all the freeloaders watching. If you guys aren't happy with the offerings here, all I can really say is drop some money onto Steam and get the Resi 2 remake, man. It's about a virus, there's zombies, it's great. What more do you need? And remember, every time you like this video, I will leave a roll of toilet paper in stores for someone else to buy. As always, I've been Hadokane, tip your developers, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.